Virgo. It's your girl Jay, the High Priestess, back at it again with the general tarot reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Aquarius season 2022, baby. Virgo, Aquarius season gonna hit different for y'all. Your ruling planet Mercury is currently retrograde in Aquarius right now. And as of today, Uranus is now direct in Taurus. And it's time to expect the unexpected. It's getting real lawless around this bitch, honestly. Be sure to check your sun, moon, and rising. Patreon gets everything first. Patreon.com/justjeverything. I'm trying to do like minimal notes because this is all about really tuning in this season and expecting the unexpected and like what have you learned and what's going on with your impulse control and your emotional responses, all of those things. Fun. For daily content, check out my Instagram, justj_everything, and TikTok at justjeverything. And for other dope shit that I do, my website, justjeverything.com. Now, doing minimal notes, like I said, we got on February 1st, there's a new moon in Aquarius, which that is the time to plant new seeds. That is the time to really get into manifestation mode. Mercury will be going direct in Capricorn on February 3rd. And so Mercury shifting, okay, Virgo. Mercury shifting or being in Aquarius right now should have you really reevaluating who is around you, what's going on with your friends, what's going on with your community, what's going on with your hopes, your wishes, and what are you doing to get there? Are you taking advantage of all the technology available to you to really like create the future that is so very like vivid in your mind, the things that you're really wanting? And if it's not very vivid what you want to do, then it's time to really allow yourself to get clear, maybe take some time away from the people you're spending time with, so that you can really go into hermit mode and allow yourself to realign with your internal GPS system, so you can like get back on board and make sure that you are on the right route. Now, it going direct in Capricorn is going to bring you all the way back to like what's going on with the legacy, what's going on with the long term, what's going on with your career. Are things steering in the way that you want to? Are you acquiring the revenue that you need? Are you, setting yourself, are you doing things that your future self is really going to thank you for? What's going on with your legacy? Are you leaving money, for your children? Are you, what's going on with your spending habits? What's your definition of success now? What's your definition of wealth? What's your definition of comfortability? And are you leaning in and using your intuition that is readily available to you to make these smart, career decisions and future decisions? So going direct in Capricorn is going to go right back into Aquarius. And there's going to be, this whole season is about being future oriented, but in a very practical way, which is, you got that, Virgo. So now it's just time to let yourself dream bigger. And dreaming bigger, because Mercury is going to go back into Aquarius on February 14th. And then we've got the full moon in Leo. And that is when you harvest that new moon energy from the new moon in Aquarius. So hydrate, Virgo. Light it if you got it. Because we are welcoming in the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Aquarius season 2022. Just diving right in. Take a deep breath. Using the Mystical Manga deck. I love this deck. It's so beautiful and futuristic. Oh, wow. Okay. That was more than I wanted. But let's see how many actually this is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. I didn't look at, they all came out bottoms up. So first card out, the Four of Cups. Actually, is that the four? Yes, the four. Yes, the Four of Cups. So first thing out to be clarified on the selenite throne, Virgo, is your ability to receive. What's going on with the way that you protect yourself? Are you being too guarded? Are people able to access you? Are people able to access your truth? Are they able to access your feelings, your heart, your emotions? There is an emotional, spiritual, or creative foundation that I feel like is ready to shift. Let's just get them all out. Four of Cups, Five of Pentacles reversed. Nice. Being done with the abandonment, being done with the trauma bonds. 10 of Wands. Yes, turning your back on the heaviness that you've been carrying around. And then the Ace of Cups. Virgo, yes. New love, new creativity, new awareness, new depths in your spiritual connections, new depths in your spiritual life, new aha moments. But I do feel like this is very much so creativity coming in for you guys. A new relationship, possibly a new love, maybe somebody with Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio placements coming in. And then the Wheel of Fortune. Closing it out on that. Wheel of Fortune, this is going to be a brand new season. Maybe somebody with Sagittarius or Pisces placements coming in. But I feel like this is a big turning point. Ace of Cups, Wheel of Fortune. Bottom of the deck being the Page of Swords. Yeah, you're getting humbled this season. There are brand new ideas coming in that you need to initiate and act on. There are important conversations to be had. Page of Coins on the bottom of the deck. I got naturally, but I'm using the Page of Swords. So I do feel like there are, be careful of gossip. Be careful of what you say around your children. I feel like there may be a lot being said about the children or a lot being carried out of the home. So just be careful who's saying what. Keep your ideas and your business to yourself. Mind your business. Drink your water. Tend to your shit. I feel like there is Aquarius season. Specifically, Aquarius and Pisces season are going to be really pivotal opportunities or seasons or times for you that are where you get to reinvent yourself. You get to start anew. Some of you, I feel like there's a new business idea or a new project or a new something that is coming in and makes you really want to, and you're needing to be studious, you're needing to be diligent, you're needing to study, allow yourself to be creative. And in order to start anew, this Page of Swords, in order to really take the high road, with the Page of Swords coming out, that also means in Aquarius season there are going to be some opportunities or some encounters that you could respond to in a petty way. There are going to be opportunities for, I feel like, you to grow in regards to how you communicate, in regards to how you express yourself. There are going to be opportunities for you to get petty, and I hope that you are learning to take the high road. The Page of Swords says it would behoove you, it would really benefit you to take the high road in your dealings and to take the logical, inclusive route. Try not to exclude anyone or try not to make anyone feel small. Or I feel like also keep your advice to yourself, really working on making sure that the advice that you're giving is actually stuff that's been asked for, making sure you're taking the time, like, is this when you're in the midst of a conversation and someone's complaining to you, like, are you looking for help? Or this, I'm getting a sense for what may make this better. Are you open to hearing a suggestion? Like allowing yourself to maybe ask before you just like dump input or dump your 2 cents into things. Four of Cups says that there may be some situation with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, where you're really turning your back. There may be someone with Aries, Leo, Sagittarius placements turning away from you, or you're turning away from them. I feel like there is this, some of you are leaving an old job, some of you are leaving an old relationship, or this also could be leaving old friend groups, finally being done with like people who have made you feel left out, maybe addressing. Maybe you come to a realization that you left someone out. You made someone feel left out, or you made someone feel like they were on the outside, and you're finally coming to grips with the fact that people are turning away. You're turning away. There is maybe, I mean, 10 of Wands being at the center of the reading, you really got to watch out for burnout, Virgo. Making sure that you are exerting your physical, spiritual, and sexual energy very wisely, so that because it's like, if you are walking around all of Aquarius season carrying around this load, all this ambition, all this anger, or all this frustration, you really trying to force something, you really trying to fight for something, you going against the grain versus going with the flow. If you're carrying around all of this brute force, you're not going to be able to, it's like you're not even going to be able to see the fact that the divine's offering you this new relationship, this new connection, this restoration. I feel like some of you are tired, some of you are drained, and the divine is like, yo, if you would just put all that shit down, if you would stop trying to force it, stop trying to push it, and surrender, I would show you that, hey, I can restore you. That you can restore yourself. There are ways that you are going to be able to really refill your cup. This is something new that comes in and fills your cup, but you can't see it or pay attention to it or grab it if you're really trying to like fight just for the sake of fighting, or like doing just for the sake of doing, or really not paying attention to maybe the data or the information or the energy. It's important to really read the room, Virgo, in Aquarius season. It's important to read the room and make sure that everybody's taken care of, that you're taken care of, that things are on point, that that like your needs are being met, that you're not depleting yourself, that you're not making other people deplete themselves. There could be, I feel like some of you may have been really wishing for something, and it may just not come the way you expect. But by the end of Aquarius season, if you really honor the fact that, okay, this feels like I'm going against the flow, or this feels like I'm forcing it, if this feels like I'm doing the same shit that I used to do and expecting different results. This feels like I'm doing the same thing over and over, and I'm expecting things to change. It's time for me to like really shift internally. There's gonna be some realization and come Aquarius season where it's just like, I can't keep doing this. I can't keep myself closed off, or I can't keep ignoring what Spirit's trying to give me. There are two cards here that indicate the Ace of Cups. So there are offers that want to come in. There's restoration, replenishment, new ideas, maybe someone with Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio placements, maybe somebody that is very spiritual or nurturing or loving wants to come in, and you're closed off, or you're closing yourself off from being that way to other people. And the divine's like, yo, you gotta like, pay attention here. It's like, I'm trying to give you something. I need you to like not be in this state of mind. I need you to not be here thinking that you're on the outside, just worried about feeling on the outside. Some of you are leaving, some of you are quitting a job, some of you are getting fired, and some of you are like, it may feel like a disaster, but it ends up being like a blessing kind of cloaked in crisis, because it lights a fire up under that ass. And I feel like you finally get out of these old outdated relationships, or these old draining connections, these old draining jobs, these old outdated mindsets of how you're supposed to make money, or how you're supposed to be loved, or what you're supposed to have right now, what it was supposed to look like, what it was supposed to feel like. It's like you finally take all of that energy and put it into something else. Stop with the shoulda, coulda, woulda. Stop trying to force something. If it's not working, don't be a groupie. Keep it fucking moving, baby. Because as soon as you get in motion, the divine's like, yo, there's some stuff I got for you. Replenishment. This is going to be a juicy plunge. I can tell you, I'm excited to clarify these. In the plunge, we go in and clarify until it all, like, until we really get to the, you know, the meat and potatoes of it. Because Virgo, sun, moon, and rising, there is a big shift coming for you. And in the ways that you felt up, in the ways that you felt down, I feel like the divine is really about to lift you back up. Jupiter is now in Pisces. There is this very benevolent quality that's coming over things. Goodness coming in. This is a new season, and a season where it looks like it's really important to you. It's really important that you surrender to the fact that there are forces greater than you at work. Excuse me, Virgo, your concept of control is really like shifting. And what's going on here big time is reciprocity. Look how guarded he is. He's like, he can't grab this. He can't grab the cup that the energy is trying to give to him, because he's so focused on what's going on over here. Eyes closed. I'm trying to get you to see it. Eyes closed, barely even paying attention. Like, unable to see that, hey, there's this whole new thing that wants to come up. But some of you are focused on the infidelity. Some of you, there's maybe issues with drinking, substance abuse, alcoholism, escapism. Maybe you haven't gotten over some third-party situation, someone stepping out of the bounds of a marriage, or stepping outside of the bounds of a relationship, you thinking about maybe stepping outside of the bounds of a relationship. There's something going on with guarding. How are you protecting yourself? So you're really needing to focus in Aquarius season on diving in and seeing, like, hey, what's going on with my connection to my internal GPS, my internal security system? Why am I so guarded? Why am I so triggered? Why am I so agitated? Why am I so easily set off? Or am I not engaged? Is it not engaged enough? Is security far too loose? Can anybody just get in and out? Is there no sense of discernment? Are you just devoting yourself and giving and giving and giving, and to the point where you feel depleted and left out and on the outside, taken advantage of? Whatever situation has got you feeling that way, any of that, it's time to turn to, like, gather what is of value, gather what is yours, and get out of that situation. Some of you, I feel like this, it's like you're not connecting with your old friend group, or there's someone maybe you kicked out of the friend group, or the friend group is off. Mercury being retrograde in Aquarius is going to impact your friends, Virgo, sun, moon, and rising. The truth is coming out. You're going to see people's true colors. People are going to see your true colors. So you might as well allow yourself to get real comfortable and real intimate with being humbled, with being told the truth, with taking some constructive criticism, making sure that the criticism that you're giving is constructive, that you're not being hurtful or just saying shit just to say it, or, you know what I mean? Like, it's time to, there are big shifts in boundaries. Big shifts within the boundaries of the people that you're already connected to, shifts in boundaries with your family, with your already existing friends, and there are going to be new people coming in that are going to help you reinforce these boundaries, or remind you of, like, your boundaries are too loose or your boundaries are too tight. Like, what's going on? There are some adjustments that are going to be needed. There may be somebody with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius placements coming in, maybe Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn placements coming in. They may be younger than you. Do not discredit people because they're younger than you. From the mouths of babes, deep, powerful truths are going to be spoken. I feel like you hearkening back to a time when you were a child, you're going to find some deep truths that need to be spoken, or that there are still some abandonment issues or abandonment wounds or fears of loss or fears of being let go, fears of being forgotten, fears of being left behind, fears of being irrelevant, all of that shit. It's like, it's time to dig that, let this stuff up, let that pimple pop. Let that pimple pop so that you can really, like, figure out what you're working with, so you can get, cooking with grease, because you can't know where you're going until you really assess where you're at. And so it's important that you pay attention to what's going on within you and understand that what's going on externally is a direct reflection of what's going on internally. And whenever you really allow yourself to get in motion, whenever you really allow yourself to dive into your spirit and to let your personal power rise up, that's all of a sudden when the Ace of Cups comes in, this newness, this replenishment, this new thing, something that the divine feels like you deserve. This is like something of value, something that you're just at the right place at the right time to receive it. And it comes in and it's delicious. And it may be somebody with Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, specifically Pisces or Sagittarius placements, but this could also just be a new season, new turning point. And that may mean feeling that things are feeling really fucking shaky. I feel like Pisces season is going to be huge for you, Virgo. Lots of completions, big new beginnings. There's 2 tens out. So there is a brand new beginning in the realm of how you relate to and exert your physical, spiritual, and sexual energy. And there is a big shift in in your belief system, a big shift in your luck and your fortune and what you, like the lot that you feel like you deserve, like your value is really shifting. And it's important that you pay attention. Aquarius season is really like wants to reward you. And so there's stuff going on with receptivity. So if there's stuff going on with receptivity, then it means, what are you holding on to? What are you clinging to? Because anytime you're holding on to something that doesn't feel like it's really for you, or it doesn't really fulfill you, or it feels like you've settled for it, or you're conceding in some sort of way, you're inadvertently telling the divine that you don't believe that it can bring you what you actually want. So let's stop with this lack mentality. That full moon in Cancer, I feel like, is really going to bring up what's been going on with your survival skills. And what are you actually hungry for? What do you need to dig your teeth into? What aspect of yourself? Because you're so fucking worth it. And I'm excited to get into it because this is going to be good. So patreon.com/justjeverything. Let's get into it. For the full version of the video, go to Patreon.